Another thing, again, I probably shouldn't be responding to this, but it's a subject that I do really care about, and I think it's important to talk to. So I will keep responding. Another thing that I think a lot of people like have this worry of is they're like, when they talk about it's like games are being invaded by cute stuff and it's over. I can't find anything that I like anymore. And it's like, I think that's very hyperbolic. Like as an example with League of Legends, just because Seraphine doesn't exist doesn't mean that YASUO doesn't exist. Just because Smolder exists doesn't mean that Swain doesn't exist, right? Like, we continue to make more grim characters. We continue to make more edgy skins, right? Like, it's not like by making cute things, you can't also make edgy things. League releases many, many, many skins a year. And League releases, I mean, not anymore, but like League has 160 champions, right? And so like, there's room for everyone, if that makes sense. And so I don't know if it's like the best idea to be like, I want my game to be only for me. Because I think what that ends up creating is a game that probably has less players and probably dies. Because games live and die off of the competitive multiplayer games live and die off of like, you know, the health and the excitement of their player base. And making a game that is big and has lots of different people who enjoy playing it, like, I think is generally a win for everybody involved. That's my take on it. And so I think an important like note to put on like why I keep arguing for cute things as an example is my argument is not we should stop making edgy grimdark characters. That is not my argument. My argument is there is room for both and both are good. That is my argument. And I generally do not agree with the perspective that like you are ruining the game if you make characters of a certain theme. I think the game gets better when it has more room for themes that lots of different types of players would enjoy. What about when skins miss the champion fantasy? Do cute skins for character champions actually sell? I feel like they're not designed for the champ's audience. It really depends. So sometimes 100%, we just hard miss. Like sometimes we make a cute skin for a character who their players don't really care about cute stuff, and then it's like, it's just a hard miss. But just like the champion roster benefits from variety, champion skin catalogs benefit from variety. So as an example, let's talk about, you know, WOLFBOY YASUO, okay? I don't know the details on that skin. I'm gonna just tell you right now. I don't know how well it's sold. I don't know how successful it is. Don't know. But something about YASUO is YASUO players like edgy skins. This is true. YASUO has a lot of edgy skins. And so one thing you want to consider when making a skin for a character, one thing you want to consider when making a skin for a character is a variety of options. So we'll go back to Lux here. Lux had a bunch of military skins. Not only should we have made Star Guardian Lux because, hey, that's a cool skin that, you know, Lux players might like, but also she had enough military skin. She didn't need another skin where she was like, you know, in the Demacian army. And so that's also another thing we think about with skin catalogs is not every skin for a character, especially the characters that get lots of skins, like say YASUO, Lux, Ezreal, stuff like that, needs to be in the same general theme, even if some themes would be less popular. It is okay to have, I would say, as an example, one cute skin in YASUO's repertoire, as an example. Like, that's totally fine. Now, does that mean a cute skin for YASUO is going to sell the best? Not necessarily. Does that mean a cute skin for YASUO is going to be loved by most of his players? Not necessarily. But when a character like YASUO who has so many skins gets another skin, what you're doing is you're creating a variety of options, because it turns out there's a lot of different people who like YASUO. And so by creating variety within his skin catalog, you've then made skins that serve a variety of people. Which, for a character like YASUO, who's so popular and has such a big player base, you know, that can be a good thing. I think making a skin that's like not for everybody, in quotes, gets a lot worse if you're doing it for a character who never gets skins, right? Like if you've been waiting 2-3 years for your character's next skin and you're super excited and then it's like, oh, it's whatever some theme is that you don't like, that can be really disappointing, right? And so it definitely feels worse to be like, I got this skin that I don't like when I have to wait many, many years between skins versus like, hey, here's some variety in like Lux or YASUO or Kai'Sa's skin catalog. And so that's also something worth thinking about. Why make the game about skins? I mean, the game isn't necessarily about skins, but I've got news for you. League of Legends, if you weren't aware, is a free-to-play game. I know, crazy. And if you weren't aware, I need to eat, as do many of my coworkers, and also need to be able to play for for a place to live. And so skins are a incredibly important part of the League of Legends ecosystem because they are quite literally what keeps the lights on. And so it is important we make skins, and we make skins that are cool, and we make skins that people like, because that's why League of Legends gets to exist. That's why World Finals gets to go on right now, right? All of that comes from somewhere, and it's skin sales. And so, like, as an example of this, a question we frequently get asked is like, hey, why don't you make it so we can turn off skins? Wouldn't that make the game more competitive? And technically it would. Like, I don't think, like, it's wrong to say that if there was just literally no skins present in your game, the game would be the absolute most clear. Right? And, you know, before people get upset about unclear skins, it is our job to make sure skins are clear. Like, we shouldn't be making unclear skins, ideally, right? So, like, but yes, the game would be the most absolute, completely clear if you could just turn off skins altogether. But, like, the problem with that is that skins are part of why League of Legends gets to exist. They need to be in the game. They have to be. And one of the reasons people like skins... is because they can show them to other people, because other people can see them. Part of the value of a skin is the fact that other people see it, not just that you see it. And they're fun. And so it's kind of a thing where it's like, if you have this strong desire for skins not to be present, I think it actually goes against a lot of the things that you actually desire, which is like League of Legends to be this game that is successful and is around for generations that you can enjoy and invest in and play, right? Like, part of the reason it gets to be that is because skins exist and are present and are seen in the game and are cool and we care about them. And so even if you're someone who doesn't like skins, it's a little short-sighted to be like, the game would be better if they didn't exist, because the game might not exist in that case. Play Viego and boom, you have the whole skin library. Exactly. See, Viego, that's why he's so popular, is everybody gets to cheat their skin catalog.